Heyo!
Hi! It's a beautiful day here at the bus.
Yeah.
It's been 2 days since we've been working on this project. We are skinning the bus around the windows.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. So what we're doing is we're taking the pre-existing ceiling skin that we took down way earlier on in the project, and we are repurposing, upcycling that metal because there's nothing wrong with it. It's the same size as the metal for the exterior of the bus, so we thought, heck, why not use it for the skin around the windows?
Mm-hmm. So we didn't film at all yesterday because it was like serious math crunching day, and we just wanted to focus and make sure that we make our cuts right. And now we have a really nice template. This is our template, and we're about to take it and dry fit it on all of the windows to make sure that it is our perfect template.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be, because we measured like crazy. Measure 6 times, because installing windows is kind of tricky, just because whenever you put it in, it drops down a little bit, depending on the sill of it, like all sorts of different stuff. So I think that we're on to something good with this particular one.
Darn tootin'. So
right.
Let's go. We're doing it.
To what?
Toodaloo. Dry fit.
Dry fit.
Dry fit time.
Here we go.
We use this to figure out the curvature of the frame of the window. So the glass is actually like a little bit wider, and the glass sits on top of the bus skin, which will sit, the glass will sit right here on top of the bus skin. But the frame is a bit smaller, and it's the part that goes inside here. And when it comes inside here on the bottom, it's gonna just go down just a little bit, and then the frame will have it drill into the back of the window. It's so cool. I can't believe we figured this out. There's a lot of math. I'm not mathy. Brian's mathy. Thank you. What are you doing?
Heyo! All right. So we just went and got the rest of the ceiling material. Not all of it. We just got the next 2 pieces that we're working on. And we're working on the driver's side because it's got a notch, it's got the same pattern, it's the same size as the other one, because we want them to be lined up whenever you're sitting on either couch. Both windows are mirroring each other so that there's beautiful Zen-like symmetry, which will be beautiful. So what we're doing is we're using the ones that we've already cut out as a template because it fit so perfectly when we just dry fitted it. And so we thought, heck, why don't we just trace it and we'll just cut it out.
Good idea.
Darn tootin', good idea.
So first of all, we take our awl and we scratch around the template right here. We're gonna go along the edge of the original template. We are officially on the bottom piece of our second one. Brian made a great point. You always start with you always trace the original template. Don't keep tracing the newest one, because they will continually get bigger and bigger as you go. My glasses are fogging up a lot. Is my breath that hot?
You're so hot.
My breath is hot.
Breath.
Okay, let's trace this puppy with the awl. Give it all you got. While working with metal, it's important to always wear gloves. Really smart to wear gloves that have rubber on the palms and protect the back of your fingers. This kind of glove is cut proof, the fabric, so that's a bonus. Always wear safety goggles. Today we've got steel toe boots on. We always have steel toe boots on. And did I say goggles? Wear your goggles. It's important. Metal can fly and you don't want that in your eye.
Did we do it?
Did it.
We did it.
That's all you need right there. Watch your melon.
cutting up the skin of the bust, which is super exciting. And so we have this great idea that if we had a jig to help place the skin, that they would all be kind of symmetrical and the right height. So as you'll see here in a minute, we've got two pieces of skin that are going to connect together, but we need the left and the right to be the same height, and this is going to help us do that. So let's get into it.
It's really exciting. This is a big day. This is gonna like transform the look and feel of our bus, minus the ugly green color that's not staying. So a little update on our heater situation. A lot of you were super sweet and concerned about the stinky diesel heater that we were using, and so were we. My dad was even having nightmares that he would come in and find us on the floor because of that stinky thing. So no more stinky diesel heater. This diesel heater is not stinky, burns super clean, so we cool and we're gonna live. It's like how many BTUs?
135,000.
135,000 BTUs of heat. So let's see what temperature it is here in the barn today. I know that it was like 4 degrees Celsius outside today, and our thermometer says it is about 9 degrees Celsius. So it's actually getting a lot warmer in here. I'll be able to take my coat off here in a moment, probably once I get working and putting up these buskins with Brian. But yeah, this is really good news.
There we go. So what we're ending up doing is we need to remove the rivets that are right here. So I'm grinding off the back of them with the grinding wheel, and then I'm using a center punch and a mallet, an axe, and hammer, whatever, just to pop it out towards the front, because we're gonna end up using these holes to rivet into with the bus skin. This way, the skin lays flat instead of being dented where it will be on the spot here.
And while Brian does that, I'm going to clean the surface so that we can put this polyurethane caulking behind the skin so it sticks to the bus, and then we're gonna rivet and screw it in.
I'm wondering what you got for me. Egyptian cotton is out to be my lady only.
Yeah! Dry fit success!
First window is dry fitted. Now, we don't have all the screws and rivets along here yet because we just wanted to make sure our template worked, because we cut out every single window already. But we needed to see if we needed to make any additions to the template. Measure 6 times, cut once. That is our recommendation for getting the skin cut to size. We've never done this before, so the next thing that we're gonna do is take all of this down. We're going to caulk it and put it back up, and then also put more screws. But this is what it looks like. Obviously, it's not gonna be this green color. So before we install the windows for real, we're actually gonna paint around them and probably the whole bus. So you're gonna wanna stay tuned for that and see what color we end up doing on this thing.
Woo! Good job!
Yeah.
Well, that was cool. We completed our first skin for going around our window. Are you excited?
Yep, I am super excited. This is great because it seems like the first time we do everything, it always takes longer.
Yeah.
We experience issues.
We broke a couple of drill bits trying to do the corner one because the metal is just so thick in that corner.
So we need to go find some high-powered steel drill bits of some kind.
We had, what are the multi-purpose?
Yeah, it was
ones?
a bi-metal bit that's designed for metal and wood, but I think that this steel here is like super hardened.
It's the real deal.
Yeah, it's basically
super
a tank.
hardened.
Yeah, super hardened steel.
I think it's just thick as shit.
Yeah, definitely thick as shit. So, some things that we learned, if you can't see the holes that you're drilling into, just keep the screws on, like these little black ones right up here, and then just get a hammer and tap it.
Yep.
That worked?
That worked really good when we just put the sheet metal over top of it and tapped on top of the old screws. That was really good. We actually put screws back in so that we could do that specifically, and then just use the drill press to pump through the holes, and that was super fast. The drill press is such a safe and like easy tool. So
something also that we've learned is that we've been using silicone caulking for almost everything because supposedly it's like 25-year durability and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well,
and you can paint over it.
That's right. You can paint on it.
Yeah.
Which
we
is
wanted
nice.
a type that we could paint on.
Yeah, because some silicone caulking you can't paint on.
Right.
Yeah.
So some people in our comments were like, you need to check out, what's it called? Polyurethane caulking.
Yeah. Yeah. So supposedly that sticks better to metal and to glass. And what's crazy is we actually ran into some guys who do like auto body work here in Ontario, and we asked them, hey, what is the best stuff to use for metal and glass? They were all like, definitely polyurethane caulking because it sticks better to metal and glass as opposed to silicone. It does stick, but when a vehicle's vibrating, the silicone tends to delaminate off of that material that it's stuck to. So we ended up getting some polyurethane caulking for this little jobby job right here.
Yeah, and the cool thing is this stuff is flexible, so that I guess it will like bounce instead of just like pull off the metal. So that's great news. If you're gonna get that stuff, it is thick and it is really hard to squeeze out of the caulking gun. So make sure that you buy a ton of it, because we almost used 2 tubes on just one of these frames.
Yeah, we're kind of going a little overboard, I think, with that bead because we want it to be like super sealed. So, but I'm fine with that. I don't want it to leak. I'd rather put extra in there than not put enough and then it starts leaking while we're on the road or something.
Or the windows just like fall out. That'd be weird. And I'd feel bad.
Yeah, we don't want the window to fall out. So before we ended up caulking it and drilling all the holes and everything, we dry fitted it.
And
the
it
window.
fit perfect. Yeah. And then we didn't even take it down. Once we got that all set up and dry fit in there, then yeah, we just started putting the caulking up and putting the screws in, and it went really, really good.
Super good.
Yeah. So if you like this, let us know in the comments below. If you've done something different, also share with your body work and windows. Other people would love to hear about it, and so would we. It's been so cool getting comments from all of you who are doing conversions or people who want to do conversions. It's like such a neat community. You have to be such a warrior to do something like this. This is a massive undertaking. So props to all you beautiful humans who are doing it, and those of you who want to, because it's really badass.
Yeah, and you're gonna want to stay tuned because we've got some cool skylights that we're gonna be installing. I know that we've already installed some skylights, but we've got some that we haven't seen anybody else do, and that's coming up pretty soon.
So if you haven't yet, go ahead and click subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified every time we come out with a fresh video just for you.
And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. We really appreciate it because that support really means the world to us.
Yep.
Until next time, friends.
Adventure on.
Adventure on.
Lots of love.
That's because of that. About right here.
Yeah. Lighting in here's a turd.
Yeah.
If this isn't great footage, I apologize. Do not look into the blue light. That's my goal, at least, especially since I'm standing right here. So what I'm doing is just like holding the camera and facing the other direction. So I'm sorry if the footage sucks. That saw's about 100 years old. Look at it, cutting like a champion.
It is cutting like a champion. So now we're gonna get the router and just route out the rest of this.
Ah, we're gonna route it, folks.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Make sure there's nothing down there that you don't want broken. because it will fall out, which is perfect. That's what we want. That's what we want. All right, first one's done.
All kinds of Arizona coming out of those screw holes. Sparks flying at me. Nice one.
Got it.